For centuries, scientists have searched for evidence of giants that could have roamed the Earth in ancient times. Recent archaeological discoveries have revealed a wealth of evidence suggesting that giants were real. In today's video, we will explore the fascinating discoveries of giant skeletons unearthed all around the world. From South America to Europe, these intriguing discoveries have shed light on a mysterious and long-forgotten past. Before we start, kindly like and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Now, let's explore. The Catalina Island 9-foot 2-inch skeleton. Catalina Island, California, is home to a 9-foot 2-inch skeleton found on the island's interior. This mysterious skeleton had been the subject of much speculation, though no one is quite sure who or what it is. What is known is that the skeleton dates back to the late 1800s and was discovered in a shallow grave near the entrance to one of the island's caves. The skeleton's size has caused much speculation about its origin. Some believe it to be the remains of a giant, while others speculate it could be the remains of a long-lost explorer or an ancient Native American. Some even suggest the skeleton could be an extraterrestrial visitor. The Catalina Island example is not the only giant skeleton in California. In 2012, another giant skeleton was discovered in San Diego County, measuring 8 feet in height. In 2014, a 7-foot skeleton was found in Death Valley, and in 2016, a 7-foot 6-inch skeleton was found in Los Angeles. These giant skeletons have been the subject of much debate, and mystery still surrounds them. Unfortunately, no DNA tests have yet been conducted on any of the skeletons, which could help identify who or what they are. The giant skeletons of Ecuador. Reports of giant skeletons have been reported in Ecuador since the late 19th century. According to reports, they were discovered in the Andes Mountains near Cusena. The skeletons are believed to be between 5 and 7 meters in length and are described as having been in perfect state of preservation. Some of the skeletons have been linked to the legendary Jivaro tribe, who were known to be unusually tall. Some researchers suggested that the giant remains are evidence of a lost race of giants or even evidence of extraterrestrial life. However, scientists do not have evidence to back up these theories yet. The truth of the matter remains a mystery. The San Diego Giant 8-foot 4-inch mummy. The San Diego Giant is an 8-foot 4-inch mummy discovered in a cave in the San Diego area of California in 1939. The mummy was initially estimated to be around 2,000 years old. However, recent carbon dating has revealed that it is much older, estimated to be about 6,000 years old. The San Diego Giant was discovered by a group of local prospectors who initially thought they had stumbled upon a large petrified log. However, upon closer inspection, they realized it was a well-preserved human body. The mummy was found in a sitting position with its legs crossed and its arms resting on its knees. Its face was covered in a thick layer of white powder, which many believe to be an ancient form of embalming fluid. The San Diego Giant is believed to be the most enormous mummy ever found in North America. Its size and age have made it a subject of much fascination and speculation. Some experts have theorized that the San Diego Giant may have been a member of an ancient giant race that was once believed to have existed in the area. Others have suggested that the mummy may have resulted from a medical condition, such as gigantism. The San Diego Giant is currently displayed at the San Diego National Museum. The Chinese Giants. The discovery of the Chinese giants is believed to have taken place in 1877 when a farmer in China unearthed a pair of fossilized human-like bones. The bones were discovered in a region of the country known as Pyongyang and were believed to belong to an ancient species of human known as the Gigantopithecus blacki. These species is thought to have been the largest ape that ever lived and could have been up to 10 feet tall and weighed over 500 pounds. The discovery of the Chinese giants sparked a great deal of interest in the scientific community. Numerous studies have been conducted to examine the origins and evolutionary history of mysterious species. In 2009, a group of scientists from the Chinese Academy of Sciences and the University of California published a groundbreaking study on the remains of Gigantopithecus blacki. This study identified key traits that distinguish the species from other apes, including its massive size, strong jaws, and long canine teeth. Finally, the discovery of the Chinese giants has helped to shed light on the evolutionary history of the human species. Specifically, it suggests that some of the earliest ancestors of modern humans were much bigger than previously thought, and that this size could have been an evolutionary advantage. The LOMPOC Rancho, California Giant. The LOMPOC Rancho, located in Santa Barbara County, California, is home to the remains of a 12-foot-tall human skeleton. The remains were discovered in August of 1971 near the town of Lompoc and were initially thought to be the remains of an extinct species of a giant elephant. However, further analysis revealed that the remains actually belonged to a human. Due to the size of the skeleton, it is believed to have belonged to a man who was at least 12 feet tall. However, the exact identity of the individual remains unknown. Some researchers have speculated that the individual may have been a member of a lost tribe of giants. In contrast, others have suggested that the individual may have had a genetic disorder that caused him to grow abnormally large. The remains of the 12-foot-tall skeleton are now housed in the Santa Barbara Museum of Natural History, where they have become a popular attraction. Visitors to the museum can view the frame and learn more about its mysterious origins. The Lompoc Rancho remains an important archaeological site, and further research is being conducted to uncover the individual's identity and the circumstances surrounding his death. The Giants of Patagonia. The discovery of the giants of Patagonia occurred in 1520 when the Spanish explorer Ferdinand Magellan and his crew encountered the local population in Argentina and Chile. The native inhabitants were much taller than the Spanish crew, prompting Magellan to refer to them as giants. The giants of Patagonia were members of the Tuequi people, an indigenous group who lived in the region for thousands of years. They were noted for their tall stature, which was caused by their adaptation to the region's extreme climate. Today, the Tualapache people are all but extinct, and their once thriving culture is largely forgotten. Despite their disappearance, the giants of Patagonia remain an essential part of Latin American history. Their legacy is remembered in the stories and legends passed down through generations, as well as the ruins of their ancient dwellings that dot the landscape. 10-foot skeleton and huge skulls in Ozark Caves, Arkansas. In 1913, a group of people exploring Beaver Lake in the Ozark Caves of Arkansas made an incredible discovery. While searching, they stumbled upon the remains of a nearly 10-foot skeleton and several giant skulls. This was a remarkable discovery as it suggested that the area was home to a long-forgotten race of giants who had lived there many centuries before. The remains were studied, and it was found that they belonged to an ancient race of people who lived in the area around 1000 AD. The remains were of an average height of around 7 feet, with the tallest individual reaching nearly 10 feet. The skulls were also gigantic, measuring about 28 inches in circumference. The discovery sparked a great deal of interest in the area, with many people believing that the area had been home to a lost civilization of giants. However, the remains were never studied further, and the mystery of the giants' identity remains unsolved. Although the remains have been lost to time, the discovery of the giants' remains still serves as a reminder of the mysteries in the Ozark Caves of Arkansas. Giant skeletons discovered in the 19th century. In the late 19th century, reports of giant skeletons being discovered in North America made their way into the media. In one case, a farmer in Wisconsin claims to have found a skeleton measuring 7.6 feet long. In 1883, the New York Times reported discovering a buried skeleton in a mound near Brewersville, Indiana, and it was said to measure 12 feet long. In 1891, another giant skeleton was reportedly uncovered at a mound near Toledo, Ohio. It allegedly measured 8.2 feet long. However, no scientific evidence has been found to support these accounts, and most of the claimed discoveries have been discredited. While it is possible that some of these accounts were based on truth, they are likely exaggerated or fabricated. Mysterious giant footprints in Australia desert. The mysterious giant footprints were discovered in a remote desert in Australia by a local tour guide. The impressions were reportedly over 2 feet long and embedded in the sand. The exact origin of the footprints is still a mystery. However, some experts believe that a large monitor lizard or a giant monitor lizard may have left footprints. The prints have been sent to experts for further study to determine the exact species. The discovery of the giant footprints has brought some attention to the remote desert in Australia and sparked the curiosity of many. People are now visiting the area, hoping to see the creature responsible for the mysterious footprints. Regardless of the creature responsible, discovering the giant footprints is fascinating and mysterious. It will be interesting to see what types of answers are uncovered in the coming months as experts attempt to determine the exact species responsible. The Himalayas giant footprint. The legend of a giant footprint in the Himalayas has been around for a long time, but the supposed discovery has never been verified. The tale is believed to be rooted in the story of the Buddhist saint Milarepa, who who, according to legend, left a giant footprint in the Himalayan mountains. However, to date, no evidence of this footprint has ever been found, and the story remains just a legend. A giant footprint impression in the red sandstone of Arizona. The big footprint impression in the red sandstone of Arizona is believed to be over 1,000 years old and is thought to have been made by a giant creature that once roamed the area. The exact origin of the footprint is unknown, but some believe it to be the footprint of a giant bird or other mythical creature that may have lived in the area. The massive footprint is located near the Grand Canyon and is a popular tourist attraction. Giant footprint in the jungles of Central America. The giant footprint impression found in the jungles of Central America remains an enduring mystery. Its origin is unknown, and it's unclear if the formation is of natural or artificial origin. Despite this, the giant footprint has only added to the region's allure, and its secrets remain tantalizingly out of reach. Giant footprint impression found in the jungles of Central America. Ancient India writings. The earliest known Indian text to mention the existence of a race of giants is the Mahabharata, an epic poem attributed to the sage Vyasa, believed to have been composed between 400 BCE and 400 CE. The Mahabharata describes a race of giant warriors known as the Danavas, who is said to have been the progeny of the gods and demons. The Rig Veda, an ancient religious text composed between 1500 and 1200 BCE, also mentions a race of giants known as the Asuras. In the Ramayana, a Hindu epic poem written between 500 BCE and 100 BCE, a race of giants known as the Rakshasas are described as living in the forests of India. A giant skull found in the Tibet mountains. There have been reports of a giant skull discovered in the Tibet mountains, although these reports remain unconfirmed. In recent years, some mysterious skulls have been found in remote mountain regions worldwide, including in the Himalayas and the Andes. Most of these skulls have been described as abnormally large, often measuring as much as twice to thrice the size of a typical human head. It is unclear what creature these skulls may have belonged to, and no official explanation has been provided. The image of a giant in Peru. The discovery of a huge stone slab bearing the image of a giant in Peru is an incredible archaeological find. The stone slab was discovered in San Martin de Pangoa, Peru, and is believed to be around 3,000 years old. The giant carved into the stone slab is estimated to be about 6 meters tall and is supposed to have represented a deity. The image is thought to have been engraved as part of a ritual in the worship of a god and is an incredible example of the pre-Hispanic culture of the region. The stone slab is currently being studied by archaeologists who hope to learn more about the culture and history of the area. The Pennsylvania 18-foot skeleton. The 18-foot skeleton found in West Hickory, Pennsylvania is an archaeological find that has become a mysterious part of Pennsylvania folklore. The skeleton was found in the late 1800s near West Hickory, Pennsylvania, and is believed to have been at a Native American burial site. The skeleton was reportedly 18 feet in length, with the skull being almost 7 feet in size. Charles S. Perry first reported the skeleton in the late 1800s. Perry was a surveyor and had been in the area surveying for a railroad. He reportedly stumbled upon the bones while out in the woods and was disturbed by the size of the skeleton. Since its discovery, there has been much speculation as to the identity of the skeleton. Some believe it was a giant, while others think it was a Native American. Others speculate it was an animal that has since gone extinct. Whatever the case, the West Hickory, Pennsylvania 18-foot skeleton remains an intriguing part of Pennsylvania folklore. It is a reminder of the mysterious history of the area and the people who lived there. We have come to the end of today's video. Let us know what you think about the existence of giants on the Earth in the comments section. Do not forget to click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Till we meet again, goodbye.